All right, Coach, we have a perfect day for football, and the roof is open, in fact, here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. All right, D.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Watson. And he locates Walker, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. The first down carry here for Johnson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Johnson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Ready. 15 lining. Blue dark Corpus. Watch the whip. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Complete. Richardson has it. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
He's cracked. He's checking crack. Ready.
They'll run here with Mack. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
Damn. 60, orange. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check 3, check 66. Boom, and go.
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And a good display of footwork will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal.
General, west. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 31, check 31. Hatchet, hatchet. Slam, slam. Got it.
Taylor, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the ground, this is Johnson. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Third and 2, Watson. He's going to float this one deep right, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Gostkowski the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Second and 10. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. These two teams all tied after one. On first down, it's Taylor. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play there for Indy. 64 yards on the ground. Nothing fancy there, a little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described, and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Watch safety creep. Watch Econ. 132 fight. Safety creeping. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. 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 Hustle. Let's go. Hustle.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Three receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3.
Get that ball. Get that ball. Chopper. Chopper. Take 4.
Here's Taylor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Back to throw. They'll run the screen with Mack. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Vinatieri's kick is good. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. He really can't see it in his leg, maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard, that's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me know what you got. What you got, Heavy?
Back to throw, Watson. David Johnson here on the catch. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Watson now to throw. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. To try again after the sack. Watson, and he'll hit his tight end, Walker. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Watson. And now he'll turn and off his back into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. Benardrick McKinney, a first-time Pro Bowler a season ago, in on the tackle there.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Taylor. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
80 weapon.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Joker. Jim. 22 jet bomber.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down to the 16-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard. Now it's Hines. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Come on, set. 30 base, let's go. Give me that ball, defense. Ready.
Now a quick pass to Richardson. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. 2nd and 5. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack, as the first half is winding down. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. The final shot before the break, Watson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Gets fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he's got Rome. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Richardson, 85 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
the 32-yard line.
They go to Johnson again, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Watson, flushed out right. And Walker has it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Johnson. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Again, it's Johnson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Back to throw now on 1st down. He's got Jack Doyle. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Right here. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Here I come. Here I come. Scene 6. Here I come. Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. He juked him. Quick throw here to Hilton. And a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. David Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky, because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 47-yard line.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 18 Gator. Getting it home. Yep.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Second
and 11. He's got it to Hilton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Ready. Mike 51. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Check 99. General. West. Ready.
On first down, it's Mack. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over.
Oh, no, he lost the football, and the Texans scoop it.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it, a costly turnover.
Result of the play, first down and 10.
Come on, set. 30 pace, let's go. Pilot, 64, weak, switch. He's checking. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Taylor, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 16-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. The quick slant caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Hilton, the lone receiver, right. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Looking to run with Mack. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Vinatieri now for the point after. And the lead is up to 14. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6.
55, Mike, 55.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, Watson. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Watch the pass.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson flush to his right. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting here.
0.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'd be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
51, Mike. Mike, 51. Check right, check right. 51's a mic. 51's a mic.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use.
They've got his man complete. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
36 yards. That's good for a Colts. First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all